Hey SGP, it's Magic People, and I have a team deathmatch coming at you from Carbon, probably one of the most campiest maps of Modern Warfare 3. I honestly don't mind it, but it does take some time to get used to. So now that was kind of making me think, here's your average Modern Warfare 3 player. You just saw all the videos on YouTube, you finally had some time to go pick it up, your mom drove you to Best Buy, whatever the case may be, now you got it, now you're playing. And you're probably getting your ass kicked because you don't know where anything is yet. I mean, that's one of the biggest challenges is learning the maps. So what I thought I'd do is kind of share with you guys some tips and tricks as to how to rank up as fast as possible, how to get lots of points, how to get a good KDR, and how to do all this while not getting frustrated and getting destroyed. So here we are, Carbon. It's a really close quarters map, lots of buildings, and it's easy to get lost. It's kind of hard to figure out where things are at. So let me tell you what I do to kind of establish where things are happening, where the hotspots are, and all that kind of stuff. So when I don't know a map, I think the most important thing is to keep to the perimeter. So here I am. I got the M4. This is a typical class that anyone just starting out would have after getting a couple points. You obviously have a red dot. You don't start with that, but it doesn't take too long to get that yourself. But what I do is I start off on the perimeter. That way I have at least a certain amount of degrees covered. The whole side of me is in theory safe because I know an enemy can't come at me from that direction. And to be blunt, when you're in the middle of the map and you don't know where things are, that's 365 degrees you need to be watching out for. 360, wow, 365 days in a year, not degrees. There you go. Look what YouTube's doing to my brain, guys. I think you guys understand the point though. Instead of having to worry about your entire surroundings, just worry about one side. And once you get your confidence up, once you get a little bit of a feel for the map, then it's kind of the same strategy, but in certain places. So right now I'm in a building. I know my team's behind me, and I know that it's not likely they're going to sneak around. So I'm going to be careful and keep popping out these doors here, and make sure I keep as much of myself covered as possible. Never run out in the open. Always stay alongside of a wall, because like I've already said twice now, you know that side's covered. You know no one's going to come shoot you through a wall, generally speaking. So what else is there to talk about? How to get a better KDR is kind of online with what I just said there. It's all about playing tactically and playing defensively, trying to establish where your enemies are coming from, and trying to keep tabs on where your team is. That way you can kind of understand where the spawns are happening. Now that's one thing about Modern Warfare 3 that I noticed is a huge difference from Black Ops. The rate at which the spawns flop is it seems to be a lot better. I can't really explain it specifically, but it doesn't seem like people are often popping up behind you the second you have one guy past the halfway mark, so a big improvement there as far as I can tell so far. And yeah, alright, so getting on to some other topics. This is actually, I'm flying through this. You got a typical class, you got average skill, you can aim like anybody else, and you're trying my strategy of staying close to the walls and you're getting kills. It's working out for you. So now the question is, how do you get your points up as fast as you can? Because everyone wants to get the better guns, everyone wants to experiment with this and that. Like that makes sense, right? What I would recommend is definitely play with the support package, because even though I'm having a half decent game here, I went 22-7. It's not great, but it is respectable. Chances are when you're just starting out, you are going to die a lot, at least until you learn the maps, and at least until you get acquainted with your weapons and your playstyle and all that kind of stuff. So obviously I'd recommend the support package. The support package is great because the kills, your kill streak does not reset after you die. Now on top of that, there's specific kill streaks that I would recommend. The default sets the third one at advanced UAV, which is 12 kills. I understand that most of you will get 12 kills in a game. However, I do think setting a lower kill streak is more beneficial for people just starting out, because you're going to get them more often. So right now I have UAV, the ballistic vests, and what's that last one there? And a SAM turret. So I have lower ones that I can kind of cycle through them faster. If I do get a lot of kills in the game, I'm going to get several ballistic vests, several SAM turrets, several UAVs, and all those are worth quite a bit of points. Now let me explain my choices. UAV is a pretty obvious one. That one is great to kind of give you some help and helping you establish where the enemy team is. Especially when you're learning a map, it's helpful to know where to avoid while you're kind of exploring and killing people as you go. Ballistic vests I think are great because it gives you an extra couple bullets worth of damage resistance. It's almost like a deployable Juggernaut that your whole team can pick up. It's not that powerful. It's not quite like Juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2, but you know, it does help. It does especially help in hardcore. It does save your life, basically. Something that would kill you in hardcore does get eaten up by the vest. So that's one thing. And, you know, every time your team picks up a vest, it's some points, and it helps yourself. So I thought it was pretty worthwhile. And on top of that, SAM turrets to kind of control the enemy air support. And, I mean, the last thing anyone wants when you're trying to play, trying to learn the map, is constantly getting spawn destroyed by, you know, a chopper of some sort. So, yeah, just thought I'd kind of share my opinion with that. And I mean, it's not that there's not other right answers or solutions, but I do think that is a very practical setup, a very reasonable way of going about it. And if it doesn't work for you, then I'm sorry. Maybe try something else. But this really should be a foolproof way of helping your score, helping yourself get acquainted with Modern Warfare 3 and all that great stuff. All right, so looks like I've got. How long do I have here? A minute or so? What else to talk about? I guess I can share some more first impressions. I've said this already, but I do find this game to be exceptionally balanced. Now, my biggest criticism, though, is that the majority of the maps, and I mean the heavy majority of the maps, has no place for sniper rifles. I think that makes for much better team-on-team stuff. You don't have snipers just kind of hanging back doing nothing, or you don't have guys running around quick scoping or doing like 360 no scopes, stuff like that. At least there's not that BS. However, you know, it's kind of fun to have at least one tactical position on each map where a sniper is valuable. You know, where they can pick off a few guys and, like, you know, lock down one area. There we go, final kill. Yes, not too much reason for snipers and not too much reason for light machine guns, although I guess it's the same for that in every map. But anyways, guys, that's some of my thoughts. That's how I think you can get a better KDR and learn the maps and be a better team player. And until next time, I will see everyone later. This has been Magic People.